Hey guys, I'm super excited to be recording my last call with you all, and I wish I had another day with you guys, but you'll be in very good hands. You'll be with Sarah starting tomorrow, and then good hands for the rest of the dash. So, first I'm going to talk a little bit more about just bringing Beachbody into conversations and talking about it more often. It seems like that is a common problem with a lot of people, is that they just have trouble bringing it up in conversations and then just talking about it in general. So I know what is reiterated to you guys a lot is that you need to be asking questions. So regardless of who you're talking to, you definitely want to be asking a lot of questions, and they probably won't be asking you a lot of questions. Most people aren't really programmed to do that in conversations, even though we all should be. Most people just want to talk about themselves, and that's just natural. So just keep asking questions, and you're going to find a lot of entryways to bring it into conversation. You want to relate to where people are in their life. So whether it's something that they can relate to in your life and some success that you've had with the business, or whether it's success that you've seen from other people. Maybe you hear your friend complain a lot about how she just hates her job and she would just love to work from home and stay with her kids. Maybe you haven't left your job yet and you would like to, but other coaches on the team that have. So you can totally share their stories. You don't just have to share your own story. You can share other people's stories. But just bring it into conversation. If you see an area in their life that it could help them, just bring it up and say, oh, well, being a Beachbody coach has enabled me to do this, or it's helped me do this. Like maybe it's helped you be more confident, or it helps you pay your bills, or it's helped you to be living a debt-free lifestyle. Or maybe it's just helping you meet new people or helping you travel the world. Or at the very least, there are people on the team that it's helping do those things. Maybe you're not that far in your business yet, but you can bring it into conversation when you see that it's going to help someone. And another thing is, one thing that I even try to do a lot, I'm a lot better at it now, that Sarah Try has suggested it, is that you need to embrace your career as a Beachbody coach. I remember I was definitely one of the people who, if someone asked me what I did, I'd be more likely to say, oh, I'm a personal trainer, or I'm a health and fitness coach. But it's important to be confident in what you're doing and have faith in the business, and just embrace it, like I said. So when someone asks you what you do, you can say, I'm a Beachbody coach. And that people are going to ask, what is that? Or they might have heard about it before, and they might have some other questions for you. So it's just really important to get comfortable talking about it. Like I said, you will find entryways to talk about it in your private conversations, but just talking about it in general on your Facebook page, you can, casually kind of mention it. You don't have to be, obviously we don't want to be just preaching Beachbody all day long, but you can say something like, oh, ever since I started working as I would say since I started working as a Beachbody coach 2.5 years ago, now I get to work for myself full time. And when I go out to lunch, I went out to lunch yesterday, and I just mentioned in the post, that I have the free time to do that. And most people don't. So whatever benefit you're getting out of coaching, share it with people so that people know that this is something that you are benefiting from, and it's something that you really care about and that you're really passionate about. So just get more comfortable with talking about it more, and then that way you're also going to be a little more comfortable talking about it in your private conversations as well. So there were a couple good questions on the page that I want to address that probably will take a few minutes to address, so I'll just get right into those. Sheila was asking about challenge group ideas, And hey there. I'm just going to mute you. And okay. So Sheila was asking for challenge group ideas and basically just ideas on running a group and doing contests, and then how to engage people in the groups and how to entice them to join. So that's a really good question, and there's definitely a lot of resources out there. I'll give you some of my favorite tips, but there are a lot of resources out there on YouTube from other coaches on our team. There are team calls on running really strong challenge groups. I know Carly Del Carlo has a really good video on, or a team call on running really strong challenge groups. So the way that I have gotten the most response in the past has been just laying it out really clear and, just totally putting it out there and saying that you're going to get your workout, you're going to get your nutrition, you'll have a private online group for support, and you'll have my private one-on-one coaching that comes with it. You also want to talk about the value in a challenge pack. Just sort of, there are a lot of videos on that too, that it's important to, because a lot of people will think more about the money than about the actual value of what they're getting. So make sure that you're talking about that it comes with the meal plans, it comes with recipes, workouts. It's a one-time purchase that you get, and then they can continue drinking Shakeology. That should also be saving them money on groceries. So it's really important to get the value out there, and that's really going to entice people to join as well. Another thing is people will actually work a lot harder in your challenge groups if you actually just have even just a small like $10 or $20 prize that everybody is competing for. People will really work so much harder just for that small prize, especially if it's like a gift card, or if you have like a picture of a cool, like fitness prize pack or something like that, just to get them excited and get them that there's another thing that they're working for in addition to their goals. That actually really helps people engage a lot more in your group. Okay, so the other question was from Ashley, how do I keep up with conversations? And so it sounds like she was getting stressed that if she doesn't respond right away, it stresses her out. So I totally used to feel the exact same way until I went to a time management training that really teaches you that it's so important not to live by your notifications. Otherwise, you're going to be and have your nose in your phone all day. It's also going to teach people your limits, basically. So, you can't spend 20 hours a day talking to people, but people will want you to do that. So if you set the limit really clear right away, people are going to know that if you don't respond right away, that you're going to respond later when you can. And I have and other people have actually posted kind of like little just announcements on Facebook just saying, hey, I get back to people when I can and when I have the energy and the time to give the conversation the focus that it deserves. As long as people know that you care, that's going to be totally fine with them. I have had people sort of, say, how come you're not responding? And I will just explain to them, hey, I am totally going to respond to you. I just don't have a lot of time right now, and I just want to be able to respond to you when I can actually sit down and read the conversation and think about it. So that's not going to make people mad that you want to focus on the conversation. So it might take time. It definitely took at least a few weeks or months for people to realize that there are certain times in my day that I check messages. So people no longer will, double text me 5 times thinking that I'm ignoring them, because they know that I just wait until I'm ready. So definitely don't get stressed out about it, because people aren't going to be mad about that. Once you have a lot more coaches and clients, you're going to get stressed out if you are responding right away. So if every time your phone goes off, you're grabbing it and you're dropping what you're doing, first of all, it's not productive. And second of all, that is totally going to stress you out. So definitely get in the habit now of even having your phone on silent. My phone's almost always on silent. People have to call twice for me to get it. So definitely get in that habit now while you can. And people, and that's going to be fine with people too, because people aren't even on their phones 24/7. So for me, there's usually a couple hours between messages that I have with people. Like, I respond to them, and then a couple hours later they respond to me, and then a couple hours later I respond to them. So I think it's just something you have to get used to. So hopefully that helps you out. It answers your question. And then I just wanted to talk a little bit about some of what we talked about in Wisconsin. That kind of has to do with the same topic. So Alexa Campbell did her presentation on following up. That was a really good presentation. I'm not sure that we were able to save the videos that were made. I don't think they made it. So I asked a question in the group earlier for you guys about how many people you were going to follow up with today, how many you'll invite, how many you'll add to your network, and how many new conversations you'll start. So a really good guideline to have, besides the things that I posted in the group earlier, is you want to be following up about 3 or 4 times as much as anything else. So if you're adding, let's say you're adding 10 new people to your network every day, and you're starting 10 new conversations and adding 10 people to your network, then you want to be doing like 30 follow-ups that day. You guys see Alexa Campbell's name on the leaderboards like every month. That's because she has the system of following up down, and she does so many follow-ups every day, and she has a really good system for that. So she definitely has a call on that as well. But I think that's something that is going to fuel so much success in the Dash, is just following up. And most people, like she said, most people don't commit the first time. Most people don't. Some people will, but most people will say no the first time. So following up, if you know something that's going on in their life, like they have, maybe they're having a baby, definitely write that down in your calendar or in your follow-ups list, your contact list, and then make sure after she has had that baby that you are following up and saying and checking in and seeing how they're doing. And then when they are ready to lose their baby weight, then you're going to be the person that they come to, because you were there when they weren't ready. So that comes off as very genuine, obviously, and you're the person that they're going to trust when they are ready. So she has her follow-ups on a contact list in Google Docs. It's always open on her computer. She doesn't even ever close it. It's just always there. And then she organizes it she has one column that's follow-up date, and so she organizes it by date. So when that date approaches, she follows up, and then she changes the date to the next follow-up date. And people love that. People love to know that you are interested in their lives and that you care and that you're thinking about them. Like, they will absolutely love it. And they're going to ask you about your life. And even if you're just asking them about stuff that has nothing to do with Beachbody, that's going to be one of the situations where you don't even have to bring it up, and you don't even have to make that transition, because they're going to make it. Because you're going to be asking all these questions about them, and they're going to start asking questions about you after a while. So it's just one of those things that's sort of like planting seeds, and it takes time. But by the end of this Dash, I think you guys are going to have so many seeds planted and be doing so many follow-ups, and you're going to have such a bigger network than what you started with, that I think you guys are all going to crush your goals, if not get extremely close or even exceed your goals. And I think that's all that I had. Tara, if you have any questions, otherwise I will stop the recording.
I have a question.
No questions?
No.
Okay. All right. Thanks for tuning in. And it was really fun hosting the Dash with you guys. I'll probably have a couple more posts for you all tonight. Otherwise, good luck with the rest of the Dash. Bye.